right, here we are on the court, Pickle with Mickle style, and I'm excited to be here with Varun Harvu. Varun, getting a little coffee this afternoon, love it. Co-founder, Hiller Signature. How you doing on this fine Saturday evening? You're out there in Mesa, kind of kicking it, getting some coffee. I love it. Making some time to come here on the show with me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm looking forward to having a great conversation here. It's been a great day, Mick. How about you?
Hey, yeah, man. I got out there doing my thing, doing some Uber, keeping people safe out there. We had a little rain past couple of days, and so like I do, when it rains, people panic around here, especially on the road. They don't know how to handle it. You would think it was like meteors falling from the sky, even though the only thing we consistently do here in the desert, Varun, is say we need more rain.
That's right. Everyone wants it and then it doesn't know how to act when it actually comes.
Oh yeah.
Where are you from originally? Are you used to the rain at all?
Well, I've been here for the past 31 years now. I grew up on the East Coast overseas, and so it would get a little rainy in the Carolinas and in Virginia, up into New Jersey, Pennsylvania for sure. I've been through some hurricanes here and there. Don't miss it. I'll stick to the heat.
I'll be honest, I'm from New Jersey myself, and the rain brings me right back home. It's happy days when it's raining in Arizona.
Now, did we talk about that before? Whereabouts in Jersey were you from?
I'm from Monmouth County,
Monmouth,
Freehold, New Jersey. Yep,
Middletown.
we did talk about this. I was born in Middletown. My first family house was in Middletown, and then we
Yeah, we
moved to
did.
Freehold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's super cool.
small world, and now connected by the power of pickleball, which is even more cool. Now, I also
Absolutely.
got to ask you this: summer of soccer. You watching any World Cup?
100%. Unfortunately, I missed the game today. It's been a hectic day, but I've been watching as much as I can. Funny enough, Nick, every single team that I've rooted for from the start of the group stage all the way to now has lost.
Has
And
gone out.
yep, and I'm rooting for Spain tomorrow. So I think you know where to put your money.
Hey, I in my preview of the semifinals, I had Spain, England, Argentina found a way. So we'll see. I think it's going to be pretty good tomorrow. And I love how every 4 years, I mean, the world truly watches some soccer for a little while. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit more about your show here. Like you cover all sorts of sports, you do everything, huh?
That's right. So where you are in the show is in the Pickle with Mickle side of it, and so my interviews are mainly always with people from the pickle world, or somehow we connect in pickleball. And then the rest of the show, absolutely, I cover all major sports. Like I said, Monday dropped a little MLP recap, dropped a little World Cup preview, and that's where I mix in everything, and of course, always pickleball. So yeah, you got to check that out. That's the full audio medium. This goes up on YouTube. It'll go out audio style too.
That's incredible. How long have you been doing this for?
I started All Star Break baseball 4 years ago. So we just had a little birthday
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Happy
because
happy
the
birthday to
baseball
the show.
season's too long, and it doesn't matter until now.
I'll be honest, that's the one sport you cannot pay me enough to follow. I'll keep it 100 with you.
Very good, very good. What I like to say, part of my shtick, Varun, is we're trudging our way through the sludge of the sports year to get back to football. And this year we had a little football to take us to football. We always have fun events in the summer, and we always have pickleball, which leads me right back to you. I mean, you're a Sun Devil. You like to fork 'em. I mean, you're a business guy. I did a little research, my crack team, I should say. You're a business guy, entrepreneur guy. I mean, take me back before you even started Hiller Signature, which was 25, early 25.
Early 25, yep.
Okay. And so when did you kind of start to sense that this pickleball thing could be a thing and you wanted to get into it?
That's a great question. So a little background, I've played tennis my whole life. Played in high school, been playing since I was maybe 7, 8 years old. And it's, I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. About 4 years ago, funny enough, I was going through a breakup at the time. And the only way I could get my mind off of it was showing up to a pickleball court with a six pack and spending 4 hours every single night for an entire summer just playing pickleball. And I fell in love with the sport. Obviously, there was a bit of a skill transfer. I didn't feel like a stranger. I knew how to I knew how to play.
You had to
And
put some spin and slice on the ball for sure.
that's right. That's right. Top spin, back spin, the movement came naturally. So it was, and I can get into this later, but there's a lot of nuance. The more I've played, there's levels to pickleball that you don't get as being a tennis player. So I've had to learn that the hard way. But that's kind of about 4 or 5 years ago is when I got into it, and I started making a lot of friends in the pickleball world and started learning about the gear. And that's when I noticed something of a gap. A lot of these players that I'm talking to are using $300 paddles that deliver a lot of, you know, high technology, carbon fiber, a lot of core tech. And it really seemed like pickleball tech was growing at a rapid pace. And coming from the world of tennis gear, it really seemed like there's a model for how far gear could go as far as being a huge industry. And pickleball really seemed at the start of that. And it's very similar paths. At least that's the way I saw it. You know, it's there is a lot of differentiation to exist given enough saturation in the market and enough competitors. And you're slowly starting to see that with more and more firms popping up. You know, everyone was using protons for a while. Everyone had, you know, cell curves, violas, and all this talk about which one's better. Where I really saw an opportunity there was, I mean, a big part of the core philosophy of Hiller is aesthetics. You know, we noticed the people that were getting into the sport were regular, everyday people. Get people that go to the gym, people that wear Young LA and Lululemon, and girls wearing bright colors, and it was an aesthetic appeal. You would take pictures, you'd see so many Instagram posts of, oh,
Yeah.
like, you know, Saturday night pickle with my friends. And we really wanted to tap into that. You know, we didn't want to step in and say, hey, we're going to be the next Yola, we're going to be the next Selkirk, and have, you know, compete with them at that pro stage. We wanted to get in where the masses were coming in and say, hey, we're going to give you something that matches the culture that you're bringing. And at the same time, I mean, the technology that goes into our paddles is on par with anything you can see on the market. And we put a lot of thought and effort into it, and we delivered at a great price. So
Awesome.
that's a bit of the backstory there. Went on a tangent there, but
Yeah, no, love it. And you know, let's bring the website on. I can do that here. Let's see here. We want to bring this baby over there. Yeah. And so, I mean, I love the website. You can get right out on there. And as you talked about, let's scroll down and look at these paddles here, talking about the aesthetic. Right now, we've got cranes, we've got monarchs. I love the colors, right? A little deep blue, a little off blue. The what would we with it's almost kind of the same color as my shirt almost. I don't know how that happened, Varun. I mean, it's almost like kids mint or something. But these are our initial offerings. You mentioned the price point, which is amazing right there, about let's just say 120 bucks. T700 carbon, people. So you're going to get a little pop in these, talk a little more. Now, I've been on the website, but for everybody else, the level of player that can enjoy these great paddles right now.
absolutely. I think it's twofold. Primarily, like you mentioned, these paddles play with a lot of pop. Players that are just getting into the sport, they want to hit around. They want to be able to extend rallies. We found that they don't want paddles that are so damp and controlled that you have to be uber technical to play with them. So this actually allows players to just get right onto the court and play with power, play free. The the air vent in the middle allows for some really easy swing speed. So it really helps players like that. And then on the other end of the spectrum, where I probably fall, I mean, I use my own paddle every single day. I find that the
Good plug.
additional pop, yeah, absolutely. If you ever see me out on the courts, Mick, you know what I'm using.
If I see you without without one of your own paddles, we're gonna have to stop right there and talk about it.
Yeah, that day is never going to happen. I promise you that. But yeah, on the other end of the spectrum, I know how to control the ball and I know how to, you know, create top spins on the ball. And if once you're able to dial in the spin and you're technical enough to know how to swing, man, the capabilities are unlimited. I mean, it's a powerful paddle, and
Nice.
the RPMs you get on the ball just through the power and then being able to control it benefits the highest level of player. Not saying that I am, but I've put it in the hands of better players than myself, and that's a little bit of the feedback I've gotten.
That's the favorable response, which is great response. And let's talk about the slogan, which I love: make pickleball hot. And you mentioned a little bit, Varun, saturated market, explosive nature of this whole pickleverse from, let's even say, 5 years ago to today. And it will only continue to see, I think, we might not see as many paddle companies come in, but there's a lot there already. You know that. And we have to stay ahead. We have to continue to kind of innovate. How do we do it? How do we keep pickleball hot? How do we keep Hiller hot and stay ahead? What with paddle specifically, I know you kind of teased me a little bit when we first met and we're talking. Where are you going next with your paddles?
That's a great question. The slogan really stems from where we see ourselves being different. You know, like I mentioned earlier, we don't want to be lumped into this category of every other paddle. You got 6-1 and Viola and Proton and, you know, Paddle Tech. They're all great paddles. They all have high performance. We're not going to be talking about ourselves in that category. We're here trying to make a cultural statement while maintaining the tech. Now, your question about where we're going next, I love that question because I have a heavy answer for you. I have a lot to touch on. It's exciting stuff, honestly. For starters, as far as paddles are concerned, we are exploring foam-filled paddles. We're exploring different specifications. Like right now, we have one model, couple colors, couple designs. We really want to expand that into different thicknesses. We want to expand that into different surface area, face size. We want to get different balance. We want to get different weights. We want to get different handles. Just offer the customers more, you know. And as we grow as a company, we have the ability to do that now. When we first started off, it was like, hey, let's pick what we think is the best and run with this one idea. Now we're at a stage where we can expand the offerings. So at the end of the day, that's the next focus for the paddles. Something I'm really excited about now, though, and this is actually what I've spent the last couple hours doing today. We are launching an app pretty soon. It's going to do a lot of things, but primarily we're going to build a very easy to use, accessible stat tracking and community app that's going to connect to Duper. It's going to be basically your community of players tracking head to heads and tracking your stats like forehand errors, backhand errors, forehand winners, backhand winners, volleys, this and that, serve percentages, things like that. If you look at ATP.com as a great example, the tennis website, like that was the model based on what I wanted to do for the pickleball community and make it super easy for everyone to use. So we're maybe a month out from launching that product, and it's going to be.
All right.
I'm really excited for it. The second component of it, and this is a bigger ask of my team, but we're working really hard to make it happen. A 4D model of a pickleball game. Are you familiar with Swing Vision?
With which Sling Vision?
Swing Vision, yep.
Swing Vision, a little bit, yeah.
So they use your iPhone camera technology to track whether a ball is in or out, to track a lot of things. We're taking that concept and expanding it to building a completely maneuverable interface where you can click and drag yourself onto a pickleball court.
Okay.
Watch your own footage and go to any corner
Right
of this court
on my phone.
Right on your phone. Right on your phone. It's amazing what we can do with AI these days, and it's amazing the capabilities that we're capable of. Pro leagues do this already, you know, and every pro league has full 4D playback capacities that can analyze footage. They use LiDARs and radars and lasers, and they use some crazy
what
technology.
Else uses LiDAR is the robot car. Sorry, just a quick segue there. But go ahead.
Absolutely. They use drones. They use all sorts of things. We are trying to accomplish that with 2 phones, and we're very excited about what the possibility there could be. So there's some technology developments coming up as well within the Hiller universe.
Love it. And is there a name for the app yet, or will it be just Hiller app, or or is that still under wraps?
We can leave it to your viewers here. Let's see what the people want it to be called.
Folks, when you're watching this or if you're listening to this, you heard it. You get out there, you follow Hiller's signature on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, fill them up with ideas for a name for the app, and you never know. Maybe they'll run with it. Not saying any giveaways here or anything like that, people, so settle down. But maybe you could influence the name of the app. That would be pretty cool. Having a lot of fun here with Varun from Hiller's signature. They got going just a little while ago, gaining a good footprint out there. Get to the website. Check out these cool paddles. Cranes, Monarchs. I got to get back to the paddles real quick. Do you have an idea of what might be the next design? Not so much the substance giving us the power and the pop. What might be on the face of that baby?
Yeah, I can give you a little sneak peek of what's coming next. We're playing around with a lot of how do I phrase this? Planetarium designs,
Okay,
different textures of different planets, essentially. We got
cool.
a moon rock pattern coming out. We got Mars, Saturn. You can just go through the whole universe, and
Like it.
it's fascinating. And you know, we really want to make it textured, bold, and stick with the themes we already have. A lot of people love the cranes and butterflies, so come out with a few newer versions of that. Like I said, we're expanding the offerings, so we're going to have a lot more than four coming up soon.
Very cool. Awesome. No, good stuff. Great answer too, which kind of leads me into, and you've touched on it, is how you want to expand. Mentioned the great website. I met you at an event. Will you continue to try to get out to local events? Will you maybe even travel along around the West a little bit like you did, set up the booth, really get in there, meet the people? Talk to me about that and how important that is maybe to the vision of Hiller. I know a lot of times we stay on the website. I still think it's great to get out there with the people.
Yeah, I could not agree more. I think you understand better than most the fact that pickleball is a community focused sport. It's way more social and easy to make friends. I compare everything to tennis, and tennis is you got to go to a club, you got to have your friends. It's tougher. Pickleball really cares about the community, and we care about the community as well. So that being said, we have expanded to our club outreach. We have representatives in New Jersey, Florida now, and in Arizona. We've partnered with Pickle and Chill, Scottsdale Pickleball Club. We have we're growing our partnership so that we can be represented at clubs and leagues across the country. Personally, I think too many people are focusing on e-commerce. I think I don't want to give Meta any more money. I, I
Or
think
the trillionaire.
or the trillionaires, exactly. I think the future of the growth in Hiller is going to come from having grassroots, influence across cities in the country and in the world.
Yeah, no, I would totally agree. And then, one thing I wanted to bring up is, as a smaller company, still making your way, finding your way, that foundation, if we didn't talk about it before, is Pickleball Manufacturers Association. Here's something maybe, Varun, get the Hiller name in there. About 60 members in this little group right now, and just a way for people to have a voice in pickleball. And there's paddle designs in there. When you go to get your new paddles, USA approved, or even UPA approved, you can do one or the other. There's significant cost there. We're looking at saying, hey, if you're playing in rec tournaments, even if you're playing in some of these smaller tournaments, you got a PMA approved paddle, which costs you nothing, free to join right now. It's a specific standard that you already probably meet, and people can play with any paddle and continue to have fun. And it's another way to grow, but also contribute your voice amongst small time pickle influencers like myself. We got a lot of content creators. We've got paddle makers, apparel folks, great organization. We can talk about it more offline, but I had to throw it out there. Something, I've been behind for a little while, getting a little more behind it right now. We're going to see if we can't get a little more momentum as this membership has grown.
I really like that you brought that up. I would love to discuss this more with you. That sounds like an incredible opportunity. It sounds like something that myself and Alex, my partner, would love to be a part of.
Absolutely. Like I said, I'll get you some more information, offline, and we'll just take it from there. Having a great time here with Varun. I know he's back there, close quarters. Thanks to the shout out to the coffee shop again. Props to them in Mesa. What's the name of it?
Lone Star Coffee out in
Lone
Mesa.
Star
Lone Star
Coffee. We're going
Coffee
to just
bars.
have people coming in there after they play pickleball to get coffee because Varun, this is the time of the show here. We're going to get into the speed 'em ups. I told you I wouldn't keep you for too long, but this is when we're going to let people, you're behind the curtain. Now we're going to let them even behind the curtain a little more, learn a little more about you. But before we really start it, you mentioned your tennis background. We just finished Wimbledon, for crying out loud. We were talking a little football. How'd you think of the Wimbledon final? Who's your favorite tennis player right now out there on tour?
what I thought of the tennis final. I thought Sasha is playing some unbelievable ball right now. I think he looks a lot looser than he did before the French Open. He's got the big weight off his shoulder. He has a major, and I think we're going to see the emergence of a big three. I think Sasha's going to be in more finals and winning more titles moving forward. That being said, I think we're all waiting for Carlos to come back. He's my guy. Once he comes back, I mean, everyone else can forget about winning a title. He's going to win it all. Until my actual favorite player steps up to the plate, Joao Fonseca had a breakout run at the French Open
All right.
and beat Novak Djokovic, made it to the quarterfinals, lost a tough one in the quarters to Jakub Mensik, who's also a phenomenal player. But
Love it.
Fonseca, I have a signed shoe. I met him, shook his hand. Great guy. He's 19 years old. Give him a year too. He'll be
Love it.
man. He'll be collecting cups.
Can't wait to I'll keep my eye out there. I mean, grew up as a tennis fan, always watching tennis, played casual tennis, played baseball, like, growing up. And so I'm always, when the tennis majors are on, checking it out. I mean, how much of a treat to go through, 80s, mid 80s tennis to the last big three, and who can be that next? We got Alcaraz there. You see Sinner. Those two are going to play each other a lot. Who could be that third? And now maybe this person you just mentioned, this younger person, can't wait to see how it all goes. My final tennis question for you: the state of American tennis, crying out loud, USA, where are we at? Where are my USA men and women? We got to come up. I need to see it.
It's funny you bring that up. We're not doing too bad, in my opinion. We have the second most players in the top 10. We just don't have anyone at the tippity top. So you're right.
That's what I'm saying.
We got to step
A
up.
little push.
Ben
Just
Shelton,
a little push.
keep your eye out on him. I think he might be able to do it.
Hey, I'm a Ben Shelton fan. And I mean, I would stir a cup of Coco Golf all day. I mean, just one little push. She's right there. She needs to get, it's bad to say, she just needs that second major. Just get that next one.
Yep. She is so close to having it all. And I have no doubt she'll get it done.
And kind of making a run. She's at that ripe young age. She could really make a run. Shelton's right there. Fritz hanging around. We'll see how it all plays out. All right. Having a lot of fun. I think I answered my own question here. Iced or hot coffee? Because that looked like an iced coffee.
I'll be honest. I'm a hot coffee guy. It is just way too hot to have a hot coffee right now.
All right. Here we go. These are the speed 'em ups. You and me at the kitchen. We're going back and forth. Favorite local food spot?
Ray's Pizza in North Scottsdale. It's the best Jersey-style pizza you get in Arizona.
Sausage rolls, baby. Love them. Favorite pickleball player right now? First, male.
I got to go Jack Sock. I met him, talked to him. He's my guy.
Right on. Fun fact about Jack Sock. Years ago at the Bubbly tournament, I was out there. It was the birth of Pickle with Mickle. I'm watching some players out on the court, doing my little thing behind them. Lo and behold, beautiful woman turns around. I didn't know we were going to have play-by-play. I'm like, I'll shut up. Sorry. She's like, oh, no, I like it. I'm like, it was Jack Sock's wife. It was Laura Sock. So I went down and got a couple minutes from her. She was totally cool. It was awesome.
That's a really cool experience.
How about female players?
They're a nice family. I got to go Hurricane Tyra Black. Something about her. She's
not a bad
beast
pull
out there. It's incredible.
Not a bad pull at all. Would you swim with sharks?
Yes, would love to.
Awesome. Spirit animal.
Would you?
No, I've been close enough to swimming with sharks, and I don't need to be in a cage with them. I watch them on TV. I love it. It's cool. Nope, not doing it.
Fair enough. Spirit animal, weird take, but pygmy sloth.
Okay, I'm going to have to look that one up.
They're fascinating creatures. I mean, honestly, one of the most efficient animals on the planet. And they sleep all day long. It's like my dream life. So
just perfect nirvana, just being asleep. Love it. Stallone or Schwarzenegger? Now we're getting tough ones.
Ooh. Stallone.
All right.
All day. I mean, it's all day.
It's hard to go wrong, but great pull. Stand by your convictions. I love it. Surf or ski?
Snowboard. None of the above. But snow sports all day long.
Varun, you actually answered that perfectly. I'm a knuckle dragger myself. It's just, it's kind of the cliche one, like surf or ski. Snowboarding, right on. Let's take it to the next level. Best place you snowboarded, place you want to go.
This is so timely. So I went to Norway earlier this year to snowboard at Hemsedal. Phenomenal. Best place I've ever been.
Too jealous
People are
now.
great. Food is
Somebody
great.
turn this
Parties
thing
are
off.
great. And hopefully this year, or maybe at the start of the next, hit Hokkaido in Japan. I heard the the Japow is phenomenal. So that's next on my list.
All right, take pictures. If you get there, I got to see it. That sounds incredible, man.
I'll FaceTime you
Okay.
from there.
Yes, please do. Current celebrity crush.
This is current, this is past, this is future. It's only the only one, Anna de Armas. She's perfect. What can
All
I say?
right. Love it. I love it. And again, I love how you stand by your convictions. You have to stand on the business. I like it. Last series that you actually like binged.
Man, it's actually been a little while. Invincible on HBO.
Prime.
Yes, you're right. Prime,
Yeah,
not
I've
HBO.
seen it.
You know your stuff. You know your stuff.
Oh yeah, you'd be tough to get TV stuff past me, man. Listen to my show. I always get into the streamers and what's on the screens and streams. Invincible is a great show.
Yeah, that's it. It was awesome. I want season 5 to come out right now, and I can watch it.
Super cool, super cool. Having a lot of fun here with Varun. Hiller Signature, folks. You can get out to the website at hillersignature.com. Paddles. We've got some. Did I see a bag on there as the featured product right now? Talk to me about that pickle bag.
Yeah, we got a great bag. It's breathable. You can put your shoes in there. It's not going to smell. Nice and wide space. You can carry whatever you want. High quality as always. Got one of my favorite things. It's structured on the bottom. It's got a frame, so you can toss it any which way you want. It's going to land upright, and your stuff is not going to go rolling around. So it's a huge fan of that bag. I have a few myself. We got quarter zips, rain jackets. You know how much we need rain jackets in Arizona. So
We do now. We're in the rainy season now, Varun. You know it. I mean, get out there and order some of those for sure. From apparel to great paddles, you can get it all at hillersignature.com, folks. We'll have it up here once we get this out on the YouTube and over the socials for you. Having a blast with Varun. Before I let you go, anything upcoming where we might find you in person with the team? Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, I mean, come to Scottsdale Pickleball Club. If you're watching this, Paloma runs it, and she is the coolest girl ever, and she has a huge following of people. They have amazing events. We are almost at every single one of them. They happen weekly. There's some bigger ones monthly. That's how I like to spend my time on the weekends, and it's Monday nights as well. But we'll be there. We'll be at Pickleball Center in Jersey in sometime in January. We got a killer event there coming up where we're bringing together a lot of family and friends and just the community there for the holidays. So that'll be a good time as well. That's it for the horizon right now, and then we'll keep building out the schedule.
Sounds great. Lots of things going on with Hiller Signature, including that new app launching soon, folks. You're just going to have to keep your eyes out there on the socials for when this thing launches. Sounds like it's going to be great. Just connecting more people through community with this new app, and a great focus of Hiller Signature, not only making it hot, but connecting people through pickleball. Varun, thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mick. This has been a great time talking to you.
Hey, my pleasure.